Time for another Steel Panther scenario, and this time will be the admin box. Paratroopers. Admin box, February 15, 1944. In the early February 1944, the Japanese launched Operation Hot Go. Its goal was to draw away British units from the Imphal area, for the Japanese were planning an offensive there the following month. The crack Japanese 55th Infantry Division surprised the British, and by February 8, the 7th Indian Division was cut off. The admin box was a staging and headquarters area for the 7th Division. Surrounded on all sides, it was defended by a wide variety of troops, including cooks and office staff. On the 15th, the Japanese launched the first serious attack to take the box. Okay, this is the mission about taking the box. Box in quotation marks. Do I want to be the attacker or the defender? I've played with the Japanese quite a lot recently, so I'm somewhat tempted to take the British, but we'll go with the Japanese. You'll probably get to play the British in the West European theater quite a lot, so yeah, we'll go to Japanese. It's a attack mission this time. Attack on both sides with a huge amount of infantry. 4 platoons of troops there, and 1, 2, 3, 4 platoons of troops here. 5 platoons. Take the hills. Take the structures. And yeah. Hills and structures need to be taken. We need to spread out quite a bit. So let's look at our artillery. 25mm battery, that's off map, isn't it? Off map artillery. Not a lot of shots, so we're not gonna get a lot out of these. I don't think we want to bombard these locations. Maybe these buildings, things like that. Every building gets its own artillery strike. I'm inclined not to shoot smoke, because I don't really know where the enemy is placed. And we have played quite a lot of infantry attack recently, so I really hope we'll get something else soon. You're going over to river. We find a command unit. Hopefully this will be a lot of fighting quickly, and instead of having us run around like madmen for a long time before anything happens. There should be a lot more infantry here. I'll keep the machine guns where they are now. They can afford a little bit of fire support at least. Indian infantry. This is basically a British unit that has been renamed. We'll try to suppress them while we attack them with the infantry. Oh shit. Out of assault infantry there. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with them. Could go for a smoke screen, but I don't think it'll actually help us. Not really. And I don't think I'll shoot. I want the reaction fire. It's less wasteful because shooting them now will likely reaction will be that we get no casualties and we won't prevent them from shooting. But if we react to them, that'll at least make them their position a little bit harder. We're just going to have to suck up any casualties. It wasn't that bad. They've abandoned their positions. Huh. dug in. We'll have to think about a little what we're gonna do with all these. There's basically a platoon of soldiers here waiting for us. Do we continue shooting now? I think we'll take a few shots and then end. We do want to maintain the capability to do a lot of reaction fire. And primarily try to drive them out of these dug-in positions. A little bit of suppressive fire. This you could also not shoot. Just leave the guys providing suppressive fire there. We could get a single kill on them, that would be amazing. They might abandon their positions even without that, but you never know. I think I'll take the chance. E-company. Okay. Give it a go. They're in full retreat. Yeah, this went a lot better than I even expected. We do have a lot of ground to cover still. We basically encountered 2 platoons of hostile infantry, and I think we have almost 10 platoons ourselves, so this can't be all that the enemy has to offer. They will have less because this is I think an assault or advance mission on our part, so we'll have more units. But how much more, I don't know. This seems like an advanced mission, not a assault mission. So our number of units we have more shouldn't be all that great. In a defense mission, you may only have a fraction of what the enemy can bring to the table. It seems that things went fairly well. Hopefully we can do some damage to these houses before our troops arrive there. Yeah, well, taking quite a bit of casualties. And we're very close on them. Hopefully our reaction fire can get that kill or hero too. Went fairly well. We saw one of their units escape from a burning building here. So that's pretty much the best possible solution. If it starts to burn, they abandon their dug-in position. Much more easier to deal with after that. For this group, the only objective is this. If there's not much of our resistance here, we'll push through trying to take this place from the side, although I don't think we have the time for that. You never know. Have to go for something. Don't get kills. Good. This went pretty well. We've driven them all off from their dug-in position. So even though there are still large squads left, they're not in any position to offer resistance. Okay. Things look fairly good for us. We want to use this opportunity to cause as many casualties as possible. Ah, okay, this is ours. Very good indeed. We shouldn't have too much problem with here. Basically control this area already. And C company surrender. Another surrender. Which is just fine. They really didn't have a chance here anyway. They wouldn't have even been able to delay us. Not sure what's the best way to go against some of these targets. Guess we could send one platoon here to take these. Are we bombarding them? But I feel most of the troops should go here. Probably a little bit of fighting there. Maybe the most mob fighting remaining will happen. We'll see. Going through these units quickly to see if there's any movement we haven't taken advantage of. Not really. Okay. The visibility really that low? And yeah, it's poor. We'll order to a decent bombardment to these structures. They seem to be unaffected at the moment, and it'll take a couple of turns before we get in range anyway. So might as well order a bombardment there. Yeah, visibilities. There's no point really shooting smoke here. No one can see anything anyway. We'll try to get kills or get them to surrender, just in case. Well, but if we manage to reach our objectives with a lot of time remaining, that the game actually ends there instead of keeps going turn after turn after turn. And since we have to go in this direction anyway, we might as well sort of pursue these units. I'm inclined to leave at least one machine gun here to defend. At the moment I'm not sure if it's necessary, since we do have the extra platoon coming at the rear. I'm certain that there's some troops here defending these. There's nothing here. It's just a area of the map, so there might not be defensive troops here exactly. They might be over here protecting the flanks of the areas here. I don't know. No. We'll just proceed just forward, move forward until we encounter something. Not gonna think about it too much. At the moment it seems like we have a pretty overwhelming advantage, at least in troop numbers. They might have similar numbers in overall situation, but they're spread around all over the place while we have them in two groups. So we should have an advantage there. Moving on. I'll think I'll just take a single shot and end it there. I want to recover some of those shots. Shit. Ooh, shit. Thanks. Okay. Okay, now things are getting interesting. Change of plans. Smoke. Our commanding units is there too. Okay, the purpose of this smoke is to give us a fighting chance. Are these engineers? What? We don't really have anti-tank weaponry there. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, we really don't have any kind of anti-tank. What the hell are these? Half-ton trucks. Yeah, they don't have any weaponry or anything. They should be destroyable by just getting a hit on them. Hey, this mission started out pretty typically, but now it's starting to get interesting. How the hell are we gonna deal with those tanks? Protect yourself. Ah, I'm assuming they're attempting to drive to these flags, so we're going to form a defensive line here. Hopefully they'll drive into it and we can overwhelm those tanks. There's only 2 of them after all, so it should be doable. We have to also decide which platoon goes south, and I think it'll have to be C. So C platoon will go there. See how it goes. I'm somewhat interested in seeing how the tanks operate. Are they just gonna drive there, or are they gonna clear out everything? Yeah, I think we can take care of one of those grants. It's so close to the infantry, so we can sort of surround it from at least 2 sides. But I don't think I want to. It's much more preferable to wait it out. Pack more backup infantry here. And we're going to have to pull you back though. Let's try this. It's not a great solution, but it provides immediate cover from it. I will let the enemy infantry run away. We have to cover that spot. Okay. And now we wait. I think that's good enough. It's not gonna be pretty, but I think we can take them. Why are there trucks here? Maybe that's what we need to take care of. Trucks are unarmed. They don't seem to have passengers either, so... yeah, maybe I just don't see it. I don't see any of the flags. Exist. Well, no point wasting ammunition on them. I do need to check where the artillery is striking. That's fine. After that, we... I think we'll go straight to here with this group. No sidetracking. The group that fights against the tanks, I think they're more... well, we're very close here. We go by the road, it's not a long way. Yeah, I think we'll go by the road. That'll save us some time. Medical staff. The other unit used to be... oh, Bakers! Rifle and hand grenade. Bakers were probably there. Oh, that's nice. Sure, let's see what happens. This should be interesting. The tanks... what happens with the tanks? Yes, Grant destroy. I'm surprised the first attempt succeeded, but it was gonna die no matter what. There was too many hostile troops there. Okay, we're gonna take out the other Grant too. We'll start with attacking the infantry. We're hoping for reactionary fire from the tank. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. This unit had no chance of getting to it anyway. So the more it shoots this one, the better. I don't mind reactionary fire from the infantry either. It's gonna shoot at every unit trying to go for the tank anyway, so we do have to do something about it. Again, I'll move this unit, just in the hope of getting reactionary fire. That's the stuff. Ooh, baby. And shit, didn't think it would be that effective. It had something like 3 guys left before the final machine gun. Oh no, it had the secondary gun. Shit, I totally forgot about that. That explains what happens. Again, and it's the main gun. I think it's sticking out of the hull instead of the turret. So we don't want to go from the forward side. That's very dangerous against the Grant. we can do a little bit of suppressing fire. Immobilized! That's a goddamn miracle. A knee mortar to that track. Immobilized. That's good. Time to go for it. Just assault it. Assault fails. Assault fails. Yeah, this is not gonna be pretty. Assault fails. Yeah, couldn't even assault. We're going to have to shoot it with everything we got. We need to suppress it. Heavily suppress it. Because it'll annihilate us at that range. The click sounds are made from mortars that we fire. The more heavier weaponry on the Japanese infantry is a portable mortar. I don't think it has any chance of destroying the tank, but it might be a great suppression weapon. Okay, move in. A lot of trucks. They act like infantry as far as casualties go. When you kill two people from that, it will get destroyed. Yeah, it seems like the enemy basically abandoned his position again. It doesn't really work. It's designed to work in the pretty much the normal gameplay campaigns, things like that. Long campaigns or where these objective flags are in very defined points in the map, or very clearly in someone's control, or very concentrated. When they are spread all over the map, it seems to get confused in when it should be starting to counterattack. It works just fine on when they are concentrated, but in these he abandons his positions too quickly. Medical staff, bakers. This is the medical staff platoon. There's one proper company. There was an Indian infantry, medical staff. The bakers are here, cooks. Quite a variety of different troops. Are they any good? Yeah, we can't see them. I suspect the largest difference will be actually in the weaponry they carry. So losing the actual troops will be devastating because you'll lose heavy weaponry. Yeah, they pretty much abandoned their position there and started to attack for some reason. It might also be with the fact that the fire basically forced one of their troops at least to move. It couldn't stay dug in, and after that happened that the rest started to move too. The AI is basically reacting to the troops it sees and the loss of victory flags. I think these scenarios in general, defensive ones like these, don't work well with the AI. And the reason is they should have had the general AI and then sort of made some kind of a custom template for each scenario. Not with a lot of tweaks, but like tweaks, does it react to the loss? How it reacts to the loss of victory flag, for example? Or there might be some kind of a radius limitation. So if the flag's loss isn't like from 5 hexes from you, or even 8 or 10, you don't react to it. Or something, because I don't think this works. Not nearly as well as it does in the generated campaigns. I don't know if the changing the difficulty level would change that. I do have to probably check it out just to read what the difference is. If it just buffs up your enemy for no reason, that might be acceptable. Although that's usually quite annoying. If you suffer any negatives because of it, then I usually don't use them. I'm not interested in changing the balance between forces. I'm interested in having the computer attack sort of behave a little bit more intelligently. There might be patches to this game. I didn't check too thoroughly. Oh shit, more tanks. Oh shit. Well, the tanks attacking is definitely a problem. They're totally going to annihilate that squad. On the positive side, they're using a lot of their shots. They moved probably their full amount and then shot quite a... Yeah, there's 2 tanks down, or incoming. So, yeah. Well, enough about that. AIs will always have some problems, and I don't think this is a shitty AI because it actually can pick up a fine. It doesn't use all the tricks that a player can do naturally, but it's still okay. I don't feel like there's no challenge in the mission if the troops are sort of balanced. It's not frustratingly bad, it just could be buffed. It has some weaknesses compared to, for example, a game like Ascendancy or Star Wars Rebellion, where you feel like the AI simply doesn't work like the game should. It's not good enough to offer a real challenge in any case. Although I do have to probably test some of these out again. Yeah, we've got... It's hard to know about these scenarios because these aren't evenly matched. They're trying to portray a historical happening of some kind. So they're not guaranteed to be that both sides have an equal number of points to buy troops or something like that. So these are bad measurements in that sense to test how the challenge level works in this game. Air crew. Oh. Oh, oh. They got that. No point going there. We've also started to break our formation pretty badly, so we're not doing the smart thing here. But since the opponent doesn't seem to care about that either, I don't think it'll matter too much. The only real fight that's happening in this game is basically the tanks. And if I feel that if I had played the defensive side, the tanks would have given me at least enough of an edge that the result would have been basically the same, but on in the other direction. Because I would have just basically used infantry as a spotter and slaughtered them all with the tanks, not risking them in this way the computer risks them. I'm not sure how you're supposed to really program a computer that takes advantage of it all, because if it doesn't attack, it'll basically give up the victory. On the other hand, if it just stays... Yeah, and if it stays still, you can sort of just shoot smoke in front of it and totally disable it. If it doesn't try to change its status to be more preferable to its attack conditions. We could just, otherwise we could just smoke around it and then basically hit it at the flanks or rear. So in the sense it could be more challenging, but it would basically give all initiative to us, and that usually in the games is it just makes sure you basically have lost the game before even starting. It just doesn't work. Turtling up in a fight may work for the player because their computer makes mistakes, but against even other players it's very hard to pull off. Okay, we aren't able to attack with this group, so I'm gonna move around these tanks to see if I can get reaction fire from them. We certainly got the reaction. Okay. Can I get any kind of... I do need to shoot at some of these before attacking. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot everything I have. These are the deciding rounds of this side of the map fight. If we can't get rid of these tanks in the next round or two, we might not be able to pull this off. Now is not the time to hold back. Reactionary fire won't do anything for us, really. Now's the time to go, go, go. We don't need to save our shots either, because we need to do assault. No weapon we have is good enough to destroy those. Got a crew. We need to force them to be abandoned or something. Oh, crap. I'd like to fire on the Grant that fired on us. It's in too good of a condition. I don't want to do that. Still. Yeah, you're gonna die, but for a good cause. Go for it. The crew has to be destroyed. I don't want to give them ideas about coming back. Hey, Texas. Okay. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, this isn't gonna go well. Can't be helped. Being assaulted isn't easy for the tank crews either, though. But we need to get rid of one of them. Might be fair for us to actually shoot with some of these guys. It's too late for now. One unit that could possibly assault anything. And it can't move, so pick a target, try to assault it. Morale fails, we didn't do shit. Ooh, that's actually quite good. I'm very content with this. We didn't have the morale to attack, but we can suppress it quite well with this. Mobilized. What about this? If we could immobilize it, that would be great too. Because that would basically ensure that we can avoid the most dangerous of their weapons. Oh. Till next turn then. Happening here too. Let's see what they can do still. Routed, abandoned, abandoned, routed. This is why I wanted to immobilize it, because it will gain his courage at some point, and then we're gonna have to repeat this. It would have been much more preferable if we could have just immobilized it there and get gotten rid of it. I'm trying. I'm going after the stragglers because I don't want to be in a situation where I have to worry about some of these stragglers attacking these flags from behind. So I'll go for the trying to annihilate these squads right now. Kill the bastards. There's two of them left, only one. Lit. That's the stuff. Okay, proceed here now. Now this is in the bag. Unless they have another platoon of Grand somewhere. Yeah, these machine guns have now basically fallen too far behind, so I'm actually going to leave them here. Abandon. Move on. Axe. Trying to keep it suppressed. We'll have to go after it. Who surrenders? Very good indeed. Okay, chance to get rid of the grants. Will work? No. Well, I wasn't expecting it to work. The chances of a successful assault is usually pretty low. That's why you can't trust these things to even a few squads of troops. You want to be sure it works. Probably a platoon is the minimum number of troops you want to entrust these things with it. With Japanese, probably a little less will do because they don't really. You can always move them even if they're incapable of doing any real fighting. You can still move them around and do things with them. Route. Attack! Yeah, the We'll try to surround the tank so it can't escape. Immobilized, so it's gonna escape anywhere. Firing back though. That's not acceptable. Well, that doesn't really matter at this point. Okay. Fail, 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 fail. Okay. We'll try to force them to abandon it. Our chances of doing successful assaults is pretty much so goddamn low that I have no confidence in our success of pulling it off. But we can get them to abandon these tanks fairly easily. And now that it's immobilized, I guess the crew is much more willing to climb out. We'll leave one infantry unit here, or infantry squad. Just in case a straggler decides to cause us some trouble. Let's see what the tank does. I'm guessing they'll abandon it, and that's the end of it. Oh crap. This is gonna hurt. It's abandoned. Quite a large crew on the Grant. A full squad of troops. I would say the enemy is not in any position to continue fighting anymore. To destroy. So out of the 4 tanks we managed to destroy 1. 3 were abandoned. I don't think there's any real troops here anymore. The cooks and bakers came from here. That should be... Ooh, they do have infantry here. 3 men killed. Great shot. Yeah, I don't think this will last the entire time, which is fine. And they're abandoning their final positions to assault us. Yeah. That would have provided maybe a few turn delay, the fact that they're dug in, but otherwise not really. It still would have been better than trying to assault our position. Hey, they... Italian staff, yeah. They still seem to have quite a lot of troops left. Artillery crew. Haven't bothered with the artillery for a long time now. I guess we could bombard these locations, but that's about it. Yeah, they do have some infantry left. Tanks were positioned. You see, shoot. That's no point doing that though. We can just get rid of the infantry quite effortlessly. Ooh, 3 men killed. That's a good shot. We'll leave some shots for reactionary fire. We do have some units holding the rear, so I'll leave one squad here just in case. It's not needed in the assault here, but if something happens here, we're too far away to react to it. Actually, I'm worried about the Vickers. It's a heavy machine gun, and at the start of next turn it can fire the actual heavy machine gun. So we should do something about it. It's too far away. And that's sort of what I'm afraid of. We're in perfectly decent shooting range for the Vickers, but it's not in perfect shooting range with us. We're attacking pretty aggressively at this point. That's because I think that basically the fight is already over. So trying to take things cautiously at this point really serves no purpose because there's not going to be any follow-up mission. So a little bit of heavy casualties on some units won't make any kind of a real difference. We just need to get rid of the enemy squads as quickly as possible and proceed to the victory flags. That's it. They still have fresh units left, so I'd say they probably had the more units this time around. And that's mainly because of the tanks. Really, having tanks in a mission like this where the other one side doesn't even have engineers, that's pretty tough. Or it could be if the enemy used them a little bit more carefully or sparingly, instead of trying to assault purely with them. There should be an artillery coming here. It's coming here, so there's no way we can reach that far. As well proceed a little bit. Oh, perhaps we don't want to proceed a little bit yet. Yeah, the Vickers. Vickers. It's right there where the artillery strike will be happening, so I think we'll wait it out. The artillery won't be enough to stop them or destroy them, but they might be able to weaken their resolve a little bit, even drive them back if we're lucky. Proceed. Get it to surrender. Kill it. What destroy? There's no escape for you. Wasting your time running around. I move these. Not it. It. Okay. Now, last of the mortars will be destroyed. they have still troops in position. That should be it. The only one of these units still offering serious resistance. And it's getting casualties, so that's gonna stop now. And we're not gonna save up shots too much. Seems like the enemy resistance here too is basically now broken. Okay, it did help. The reason why I'll sort of struggle sometimes when scrolling at the bottom or some kind of site, because I'm actually tried to move this from this spot a few times already. So what is happening now, if I try to move this to the same side, it'll probably take a huge jump to the right before it moves. Yeah. So it can sort of get stuck. It doesn't flow smoothly when it's at the bottom. So that's why it jumps around and why I click on the map if I want to reach a spot on the side of the map. Because it guarantees to avoid such issues. I don't know what causes it. I don't really care. It's a minor issue. Usually nothing really happens at the sides of the map anyway. There on the other side, sometimes you have these very narrow maps. This is basically a half-size map. The other side is blank, where you're pretty regularly have to be at the edge of the map, and it gets stuck and stuck and stuck. I have no idea why. Proceed south. It wasn't that shot us. Still more troops here. Italian HQ. We don't dare near to go next to it, we'll get annihilated. Seems that there's quite a lot of troops left still in here. I'm not sure I'm gonna pull back. Because the unit that was there was a command unit. I don't want to risk losing it. Anything else? Yeah. A lot of cleanup to do. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, this is definitely over. Few infantry units we have to clean up before engaging the final victory flags. Okay, now there should be only the troops left in the final flags. Great. Great. Okay. Yeah, there's no more clear fighting even anymore. Ah, good. That is very, very good. I'm not looking for a fight, I'm looking to end the fighting. And this should end that group. Like so. Yeah, this fight is over. The remaining forces didn't do anything really when the turn changed. Ooh, someone still has some fire in the belly. Can't see it. Is there smokes here? Don't do that. Of course there is. They don't pop more smoke, they're dead. They're dead. They surrender. Okay. but they're not doing anything at the moment, so let's finish this. Oh yeah, they lost their HQ unit. Do they even have any forces left after this? Yes, they do. B company men. Yeah, I don't think there's any point in even moving more space units anymore. So, in turn, want to kill the bastard here. This should be it. Yeah, Japanese 1184, British 42. Was an okay thing, but the 4 tanks were really that made it an okay thing, otherwise fairly typical decisive victory. I'm not sure if this would have been better as a defender, because a player can use those 4 tanks to great advantage. Sort of spread them around a little bit. You could, I don't know. This was an okay fight.